Hi everyone, we're now going on our first videoed solo camp. I'm heading up to a place I've been before, hidden away in a wee pine woods right next to a beautiful little burn, and we're using our hammock today. But last time I was here I used my teepee, my hot tent, because it was chilly. We're in the middle of summer now, hammock will be fine. Lovely little midgie net on it so I can keep safe. But the problem lies that last time I was up, there's not really a place for a hammock. But we will make do. Worst case scenario, I put it on the floor. I've got a little camping mattress. So if I'm sleeping on the deck, that's fine too. The main reason for the hammock is I had that cracking midgie net that'll keep all the dirty midgies and dirty clegs off me. So once we get a wee bit closer, I'll let you know. Absolutely stunning. Why would you not want to go out into the wild? Bonnie, Scotland. Alright guys, we're off the beaten track now. And we're no far away now. Under the trees. Getting too old for all this. Also seen the river last time I was up here. You can tell it's summer because it is so dried up. We even thought about going for a wee paddle last time, but it would literally be a paddle this time. You'd get your feet wet, that's about it. So I'm hoping our wee burn that I'm relying on, just for convenience, I could still walk down to the river here, but hopefully there'll still be a bit of water going down the wee burn. Let me just show you. See all that? You'd never see all those wee rocks before. I say wee rocks, they're big rocks, but they would all be under the water. It's just dried up. But it is the season. Oh, don't want to be that close to me when I zoom in. I'll give you a fright. Oh, this bag. This has been my bag for the last 2 years. Still holding up well. I mean, it's done its shift, but all these see all these? That's me just moving an arm and it loosens it all up. So every time you bump, it just loosens. So you're constantly tightening it back up, which is a pain for your back. And then you've also, you can adjust this bag so it goes higher and taller on your back. And a couple of the supports have snapped. So I've lost like 2 inches because it would never normally be that low, it'd be much higher. So I'm gonna have to do a scary thing and invest in a new bag. Oh. I always feel kind of bad, a bit sentimental, giving up on a piece of equipment, because you have it for so long and it goes so many places with you, and it shares in those adventures. And aye, sure, it's a bag, but it's my bag. Actually, the bag previous to this was the exact same type of bag, just a different colour. Oh, because I liked it so much. But I mean, that's it. The last one served me far longer than this one has, and I've not done anything different. I still take the same kind of stuff out of me. I don't know if it's maybe it is something I've done, but I think they've maybe changed some materials or something. For the back supports to snap so easily after. I mean, I said I've had it for a couple of years, but those have been snapped for about a year, so not good. We'll need to buy a new one. I'll maybe actually invest in a proper, like, hardy beast. Oh, we're actually just arriving right now. Oh. And here we are. There's this. They're here. And we've got water in the burn. Oh, smashing. Oh, good. So, you may be able to see what I was meaning. There was not much of the way of spaces for hammocks. I'll figure something out though. Last time we had as I said, I had the TP. It was sitting here. It's right there. I had a buddy with me at the time, and he had a bivvy bag up there on the higher ground, so he was just a wee bit more dry. Right, this will be home for the night, and we'll get some things set up. Right, so I thought we'd do a wee inventory of what I brought with me, and I'm famous for bringing the kitchen sink with me. I've brought far more than I need, but I like to be prepared just in case. So as you see here, I've got my sleeping bag, mountain warehouse, suitable for extreme temps, -20, comfort temperature 2 degrees to -3. That's going to be way too hot for tonight, I imagine. Again, I'd rather be too hot than too cold, just in case. So, sleeping bag. Let's do some side pockets here. So, I've got my good old Silky. It's a straight one. It's a smashing wee tool. Silky. I've got my machete here. This is a bare bones machete, but as you see, it may have a bit of an unconventional handle to it. That's an antler handle. The handle it came with is so small. I don't know who it's designed for, but it's so small it swings out your hand. And I like antlers, so I did a bit of DIY and changed that up, and also made a sheath for it because the sheath it came with it was a bit too modern for me. So there it is. All my tools I've messed about with have names. This guy's name's Fox. I've got iron brew me because I'm Scottish and I need iron brew me. So that was coming with me before anything else. So we've got this is my fire on stilts. So it's just 4 wee legs and a net, and it keeps it off the ground, so it doesn't mark the ground. You don't need to do clean up on the ground. And we're underneath pine here, and pine roots run under the ground, and they can, if you do cause a fire on the ground near a pine forest or a pine woods, you can create something called an underground fire, which is absolutely atrocious. It's damn near impossible to put out, and it spreads like mad. So that keeps things safe. What else have we got in this pocket? Oh, we've got my love. This is my axe. This is a bare bones axe head. But again, the handle, it came as a pure straight hatchet handle, and I'm not a fan of that. So this is Doyne, right? And this handle used to be a full length felling axe that I purchased, and I'd removed the head of the axe, and I was going to do something different with that, and then I ended up falling in love with the handle. I was like, oh, I could cut that down, and well, here we go. That's Doyne. Love him with pieces. Again, he had a sheath that I didn't like, so I made it a new sheath and a new guard. We've got just a little gas thing. I always bring this and a wee gas stove, just in case, because you never know what might happen. You might not want to make a fire, you might not want to be seen. Obviously, a fire in the night can be seen. So, if you want cooking or anything, that's the ticket. We've got my screw here, my drill, which we will be using, which I hope to use, if I can find the wood for it, to make a little project while I'm here. Let's do the top, because everything inside is just kind of boring. So we'll do the hood. Microphones, you'll not be interested in that at all. Got my lovely gloves. Keep the splinter off my hands. They were given to me by a dear friend of mine. This is my wee knife. It's a wee thing. I don't need anything fancy or anything big. It's a Healy, and basic wood handle. It came with a wood handle. Didn't do anything on the knife. Loved the knife. Changed the sheath. Made my own sheath. I like to put my own wee things on stuff. But that is hare. So that was fox, and this is hare. These guys come as a pair. These boys, brothers. My wee sparker, wee blow up pillow, lantern, so I can hang that in the hammock. Midgie net, extra torch. This is a wee contraption that you get three decent length sticks, and you can put it over this fire, and it'll allow you to have a tripod with put your cooking pot on it. So that's a handy wee thing. What else? Anything else? Just a wee towel. Oh well, we'll stick that out. It's a wee towel. Outside. Oh, it's got another outside pocket before we go in. Cutlery. A wee. This is just a wee tin with petroleum stuff in it. I'm going to cross my legs. Oh, I'm dying. Yeah, so the wee petroleum cubes. Let's see. That. I've got my scran in here, or others may know it as food. So, can there. My famous camping belt. I call it famous because everybody in my life knows about this because I brag about it all the time. This is just the love of my life, this belt. It's got a place for my axe. It's got a place specifically for that machete. It's got these clasps so I can put on and take off whatever I like. If I want my knife on, if I want my silky on, and then I love this. You'll see this a lot if I keep making these videos. That'll never be gone. A wee gas stove to go with a gas canister. I've got a wee book for later on, so I'll leave that in there. My grill, because that goes with this. So when that's hanging, I can attach that to it. Anything interesting? Clothes. Got my wee songbook. Just filled a wee chants. So round the fire, usually when you've got a bit of company, it's good to have a wee sing-song. I'm obviously alone, but that means I don't need to worry about anybody dissing my singing abilities. Wet wipes. The daddy. That's what you need. The paracord. And my cooking stuff. Cooking pots. And my wee titanium cup. The rest is clothes in there. Sugar. And for sleeping, I've got this little, I say little, it's an extra large, but it's so light and compact, air mattress. I'll take 2 minutes to blow up, put it in the hammock. The hammock itself, can't even remember where I got it from. It's called a Raveller. I've had it for years. It served me well. So, yeah, hammock and just a tarp. It's a heavy duty tarp. I don't like thin tarps. So that's it. That's what I've got. And yeah, it's a lot for one night, but I kind of just have a checklist that I go down, whether I'm out for one night or if I'm out for 3 or 4. And I just typically bring the same stuff all the time. Obviously, for one night, it can be a bit of a heavy walk, but hey, it's me that's lifting it, so no need to worry. Let's have a wee look where we can get the hammock set up, and then we can get some firewood. Right, so the best place I've found really is pretty much where we were. There's 2 trees here, but they should be fine. I can take some of this wood down and just make it a bit clearer, and we'll get the hammock up. Right, let's go. Right, let's give that a go. Aye, that'll do. It took way longer than it was meant to. And not only that, I put the headroom the wrong way. I wanted my head to be this side, but the way the Midgenet works, it is what it is. It's fine. Let's get the rest of the gear in. This is how you see how unfit I am. Seen the stars. So what's good about having a little mattress is, one, it's a little bit more comfortable, and two, it stops your heat escapes from below you so easily. That adds just a little bit a resistance to that, keeps you a little bit warmer, a little bit more snug. But yeah, that's that done. Yeah. Look how beautiful that is, by the way. This little piece of paradise nobody else knows about. Honestly, if there's an apocalypse, I'm coming up here. Well, I was on the travels to find a dead standing tree, but there's a fallen one right in front of me that's dry as a bone. So I guess I'll not be chopping down a tree today, because there's no need for it. And I'd rather take what's on the ground. I mean, with it being dry, I might as well take that than a standing one. So this looks like it's going to be our firewood. Right. Safety first. Let's knock off some of these branches hanging. Oh, feels like I've got remnants of the last tree in this wood. For the sake of it, let's get Big Fox out. Right. Everything I'm cutting off can be used later for tinder to start the fire up. That's why I'm pushing it to one side rather than just throwing it wherever I fancy. How far in here can I get to cut? Right. These weird ones you can just rip off. Not that one, not. Remember guys, whenever messing about with tools, take care, make sure not to hurt yourself, watch some videos on safety, you know, don't just go out there swinging. I've seen a guy, he went to swing a machete, a smaller one than this, and this isn't a big boy, and he went to swing and he missed, boom, right in his shin. So that's a real life experience. Always be careful. I know it's people enjoy going out and throwing the axe here, but and the axe and machetes and stuff around, but they are tools. They should be used as tools, and respect and safety should accompany that. So, right, that's your teacher moment over with. I'll not annoy you anymore. And just so you know, that's a lie. Yes, I will. Yeah, well, there'll be a million other things I'll mention. Now, a good friend of mine told me about when you're striking these branches. Oh no, it fell. How long ago did it fall? Let me save you here, darling. Let me see. So unfortunately, when I was flipping or moving part of the tree, the camera fell. Excuse me. So, I'm not sure how much we've lost of all that rubbish I was talking. But, you know, couldn't have been that important, could it? What is this in my glove? Oh, surprise, surprise, it's wood. So let's try this again. In your absence, when you fell off, we cut down the last bit. We cut off the last bit. I thought this was a single, smaller standing tree that just didn't make it, and it's fallen. But actually, I checked out. The tree is huge, and it's obviously came down and snapped when it's hit this, and it's gone the other direction. It's still partially connected, but I didn't see it. Couldn't see the tree for the forest, as they say. So I'm just going to finish off cleaning this up. So I've got a big long one, big long top of the tree to take with me. In fact, I'll just move this up a little bit. There we go. Right, that should be it. We can start cutting it down and cleaning it up. Anything that's left on it, back at the wee camp bit. Sort of top can be cleaned up later. Right. Sorted. For as big as it is, it's just a light wee thing. It's pine. It's not very heavy wood. So where am I going to want to use that wee shelf down there? So I'll plant it here. I'll start cutting it up and then splitting it. I'll be on the right track after that. Okay. I forgot to give him my hat a shout out when I was doing everything. My hat's been a loyal companion in all my camping trips as well. He's not got a name, he's just Hat. But he is the Hat. Put that back in the water. So what I've done is I've taken the top off, that's it here, because I wanted to take a bit that was thick enough just to raise it off the bed of the floor. So when I'm cutting it, I'm not having to lift it up. I'm not going to be digging into the ground with my saw unless it's by accident now. But that just gives me a little bit of elevation to cut each section. And this is the end I want to keep. This is for my little project. You'll have no doubt seen it before, what I'm going to attempt to do, but and there was obviously a clue when I was doing my itinerary when I said I'm saving this wee thing for a project. Half of you will probably know exactly what it is, but I've never done it, so I'm going to give it a go. Yep, get that there. Takes you off the ground a little bit. Cut, and then we're going to do some splitting. I really should wear my gloves still. Because I tell you, there's nothing worse than getting an injury. I actually already cut myself in my hand and not even sure where I did it. Oh god, I've got a big scalp in it. And I'm also famous for never bringing a fucking first aid kit with me. I should stop swearing. I might not allowed to put this on the internet the way the world is. I'm not allowed to swear anymore. Swearing's bad. Right. save. That's how you stay fit. Go on, you beastie. Ah! There.
Unfortunately, this part of the video, the microphone didn't work. So you're going to see me blabbering away with no voice coming out. So I will try to describe what I was doing, and unfortunately it might not match up with the video too well. But I'll do my best. So you can see me imitating a strike up and down on the top of it. But I was saying, with wood this small and an axe that small, that's not a great way to do it. This is what I like to do. I like to have a bit of wood on the bottom to brace against, because what we're going to be doing is hitting one piece of wood against the other, as you can see there. So all I'm doing is I'm making a slight indentation with the axe so it sticks, and then I'm slamming them down at the same time. There we go. And that's it, chopped in half. That one didn't go great. That one did fail on the first chop. And this one I have in my hand just now is a nice clean half. So when you're chopping this one, you can decide if you want the flat side or the curved side to hit your wood that's bracing it. I personally like to use the flat side so it doesn't slide or anything like that. So again, we dig into the wood just enough that it bites, and then we slam it together. Now when it's like that, it's stuck. Instead of trying to keep bashing at it, just as I did there in that example, you just have to twist your axe and it pops clean open. I'm pretty sure I have to do the same in a couple of other bits. I'm currently getting eaten by midges. And you just twist the axe and it pops. Because you want to make as little work for yourself as possible. And in saying that, I'm showing you a piece of wood with knots in the middle of it. There's really no point at all in trying to split that, because the knots hold it together so well. It is an absolute pain. So try, when you're cutting it, to try get the bits that have no knots. One knot isn't a problem, but as you saw in that last one, it had a few. And I'm pointing to my finger here, because once upon a time, just as the axe has a bite there, without holding the piece of wood and just holding the axe, I slammed it down, and the piece of wood pinged up and it smashed my knuckle, and the skin and everything was off. It was not a pretty sight. So I'm complaining about the scar I've got in my knuckle and emphasising remember and hold it for your safety. Now I think this one, as it's dug in, it's obviously been stubborn. It's already dug into the top, so I can just give it a tap. See that? Nice and easy. It's not as if I was doing it right from the start and I had to hold this piece of wood and slam the axe down. That's how you hurt yourself. And again, using that flat side against the brace. And I do believe I was complaining that even though this is soft wood, some parts of it were solid. Like, they did not want to crack nice and smooth.
So we're on to the wee project now. And strangely enough, I can't remember what it's called. For all of the looking up that I did before I came, seeing the best ways to do it, it's quite simple. But it's like, I can't remember the bloody name of it. Essentially, we're going to turn this into a fire. Hole in the top, hole in the side, and that's meant to make a fantastic little fire. And it's similar to the netted fire that I've got because it keeps it up off the ground, doesn't let anything, any ash or anything, destroy anything or spread. Keeps it all contained until itself is completely gone, and then, of course, you deal with it before it became an issue. But right, that is why I brought this little doodad with me. Uncorked there, and I will tell you, splitting some of that wood, it's fucking solid. Took some good few whacks, some of them, especially the thicker pieces. So this drilling might be an absolute pain, but this is just a wee project. I'm not going to make it super deep because I'm only going to do it to see that I can do it, and then I'll be using the actual net fire for cooking on. Well, let's go. Let's give it a go. So, we'll go there. I'll take that out of there. Right. Saying that, it is cutting through it like butter. So I say right now, see a bit of you will wait on it if I can keep it going faster. I'm also not wanting my wee handle to break. Jam it in here. As this is my first time doing it, feel free to absolute judge me. Yeah, that should be alright. Start sitting in. idea. Tell you, they make it look so easy in all the videos. This is not one of those videos. Yeah, we made it. We've done it. Fucking finally. Stop swearing, Dave. Stop swearing. Ah, bloody potty mouth. There we go. Whoo! What a workout. Okay. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully this will make enough smoke that a few of these beasties leave me be. Push that into there. Right. I don't want to block up the hole. I want to put some bits down at there. Push him in. Oh no, he went out straight away. Get out. There we are. Why is it going out as soon as I touch it? This makes no sense. So this flame's going out when it goes in as well. So I'm wondering if it's something to do with circulation. Is it not getting enough? Right. It's just right. It's my first time. I don't mind balls. I don't mind getting it wrong the very first time. That's out. So why are you going out? I don't see any reason. There's air circulation. Is it the petroleum? Is that goosed? Right. It's just right. It burns. Right. Still burning. And it's died. Died. I'm clueless as to why this is happening. I mean, it's going right through. So what's the problem? I was really hoping, I don't want to burn the big fire yet. Still super early. I'm going to have to find a way to make this work. Right, I'll find a way to make it work. We got success. I had to use a different technique. So I don't know why it's over there now. I don't know why it wouldn't work. I'm not sure. I have to do a wee bit more research about it. That's why when you think these things are easy, there's obviously something hidden there that every time it went down, even with airflow, it was choking the flame and killing it. So I need to figure out what that is. So how I've made this one is I've taken out the split wood. So I was splitting all the wood into 4 pieces, right? So all I did was join them back up, and then as use this piece for an example, down there I would saw it, take the axe and then clip it off. You see all the clippings, these are all the middle parts that came off. That's created this. Because they're not connected completely, air can still get into each side that it was split at. All I've done is used a wee bit of paracord, put my firelighter down, put some of the scrap wood down, a little bit of bark, and now it's cooking away. And I will say, eaten alive by the midges were coming out strong. That's your sacrifice for camping in the summer. You have to fight the midges and the other big beastie. But while I'm here, I'm not going to say its name, for I fear I will call upon it if I do. So at least I've got a little bit of smoke to chase them away. And so project 1 failed, but project 2 is a success. So this is a little tripod and the little fire net up and running. After I'd done the little, I think I remember what it's called. I think it's called a Swiss torch. I think. Every chance I'm wrong. So if I'm wrong, let me know. But once it was getting down, it did a great job of keeping away the flies. I just put it straight onto the fire, and then when I realised the time, it's past 7 here. I was like, okay, dinner time. So I've got a couple of pies sitting up there. I'll get a bit of heat in them, and while they're cooking away, I did buy a little IPA sitting down there. So let's bust that out, eh? So we have Hoppy Ness from the Loch Ness Brewery, an India Pale Ale, 5%. I've never had one of these before. Enjoyed by free thinkers and beer drinkers. Let's get to the interesting part. A full-on USA hop explosion with Columbus, Willamette, Galaxy, and Citra combining beautifully with clear Highland water. Hints of bright gold with pine and citrus aromas, and flavours balanced by a malty sweetness. Ooh. Vast and unfathomable, Loch Ness has long held its reputation as dark, mysterious stretch of water, blessed with mystical healings and home to the world's most famous monster Nessie. At Loch Ness Brewery, we harness clear Highland water to brew our award-winning ales to be enjoyed by free thinkers and beer drinkers everywhere. Right, well, as my pies are cooking, I've got not much else to do but wait, so might as well have a swally. Smells nice. Aye, I'd have that again. That's nice. It's nice. I'm not sure about the description of a hop explosion, but it's nice. I would have it. I wonder what that'd be like at the tap. I think you could quite happily drink that in the pub. I think I paid £1.80 for this. That was it. That's a big bottle. It's a 500ml bottle for £1.80. If you went in a pub for a pint in Edinburgh or Glasgow, you'd be paying £5 or £6. Fucking, I'm so sorry for swearing. Swearing again. Uh, but that's lovely. Aye, I'll enjoy this. Right, smashing. We've got a pie now. Got a drink. Cheers, guys. Right, crack into it. Wee bit well done on the bottom, but that's perfect. Fantastic. That's a lovely pie. There you. These are not Bobby's pies for the clansmen, I'll tell you that. For those who get that reference. Where else would you want to be in this world right now? Out in the wild eating like a king. I wouldn't trade this for a seat at the fanciest restaurant in the world. I'd say no thank you, Gordon. Mr. Ramsay, no thank you. Give your table to somebody else. I'm just looking for my steak and haggis pie out in the middle of nowhere. No, Mr. Ramsay, I've told you. I don't want to say it again. Give it away. Phenomenal. There is something deeply satisfying about eating from a fire you made, cutting the wood, chopping it up, splitting it, setting the fire. There's just something primal to it. It's just deep satisfaction. Well guys, it's been a lovely day. It's starting to get a wee bit darker now. The sun's over the hill, so I surmise it's going to turn dark pretty soon. That's it, it stays late, it stays bright late, but then just all of a sudden it's gone and you're in the dark. So thanks for joining me today. I've had a rare time with myself. I'm making myself a wee cup of tea. It'll settle me in for my sleeping bag, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for breakfast. Good night, guys. Morning, my wee beasties. That was a nice night I had out. I could have gone with a bit more sleeping actually, but I've got things to do and places to be. So I'm not even going to have my breakfast that I had planned. I'll make myself a cup of tea. Nearly there. Cup of tea, something in my belly, and then I'll head on out. I've already started to dismantle the wee camping area. And as soon as this kettle's boiled, everything else will be going too. And we'll leave it as we found it, as if no one was ever here. Wee cup of tea, and we'll be sorted. I'll tell you something though, last night was cold. Even this morning I've got my 2 layers on here, and my t-shirt on underneath. So even in the middle of summer, Scotland's still bloody cold. Typical. Aye.
Off I go to home and bed, to escape the midges overhead. I wish you well on your week to come. I hope no midges bite your bum. They come in all shapes and all sizes too. Some are small, but some wear suits. Remember, you work to live and not live to work. Becoming an adult, a parent, a spouse can be hard if you're a wee timid mouse. So be a lion and embrace your pride. It honours no one to quietly hide. If you work for today so you can live for tomorrow, forever a day behind, swallowed by sorrow. Look to your kin, your family and friends. Embrace them and hug them and pray it never ends. Look to the horizon and follow the light. Let those midges know you'll happily fight.